Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about the Air Force and why it's a great career choice. And hopefully after you listen to the speech you will have some new information that might determine whether you join or not. And definitely will determine which service branch you decide to go to. So, have you ever been thinking about joining the military? It can be hard to decide which branch you want to go into, especially since they all offer some really great benefits, which are insurance for life, great pay, the benefits, the bonuses and stuff like that. Retiring after 20 years, and all the other stuff like that. Oh, plus the college money, stuff like that. So they all offer those. However, certain branches offer more or less, and you need to know those before you decide which branch you decide to go into. So let's start. And if you have a specific career choice that you want to do, like you want to have a career outside of the military after you get out, then there's obviously one big winner. Let me introduce you to the Air Force. So the Air Force is most definitely the better career choice if you want to have a job outside of the military, if you're only going in for say 6 years to get your college degree, because the jobs outside of the military, like civilian life, stuff like that, like say mechanical engineer or doctor or something like that, they transfer really easily from the Air Force to the outside because you get the same job names, same same experience sort of thing like that. This is because the Air Force is more high-tech, I guess you would say. There's not as much combat people. It's the more tech attack, sort of like that. But anyways, so if you're looking getting a career outside of the military, you definitely want to go with the Air Force because they have all these great careers. Like for me, I want to do mechanical engineer, and so I'm gonna go into the Air Force and I'm going to be a bomber refueler maintenance person. And so hopefully I'll get a lot of great job training, get paid, and I'll get my college degree at the same time because they pay you about $4,500 a year, citing the Air Force website, airforce.com. They pay you $4,500 a year to go to school while you're on active duty. So, yeah, and then the next thing is the quality of the Air Force is much better than, say, the Army or Navy or, well, not quite, almost Navy, but for sure Marines, because there's a lot more office jobs in the Air Force, and so I guess it's more up there, so they have better living quarters, food, stuff like that. As Blake Stillwell, who's a veteran of the Air Force, he's an Air Force combat photojournalist, he says that the Air Force has a great quality of life. Air Force Base makes an Army barracks look like a large homeless shelter. And that's what he says. And he's in the Air Force, and he served for over 20 years. So definitely would probably accept his wisdom. And then the final reason that you would want to go into the Air Force over the other branches would be it's a lot easier to retire after 20 years of service in the Air Force. This is mainly because it's basically just an office job, a regular civilian job. You're not as fighting, not as much manual, sort of high stressful, intense situations as you would be in the Marine, Army, Navy, things like that. Those, you have a lot of intense, high stress situations where you can't hold up as long, and so it's not as likely that you will be able to stay 20 years doing that job, whereas in the Air Force you can, and then just retire after 20 years. So if I stayed in the Air Force, I'm getting in at age 18, I would retire at age 38, and it's very unusual to retire that early. Most people you have retiring around 65, as we all know. So Yeah, and that's a great benefit because then you get a pension, you have all the insurance, you can take all the stuff that you learn in the Air Force, go get a job outside, or you don't even need to because you earn enough. The pension already pays enough for you to live. So all these factors point to the fact that the Air Force has just better lifestyle, food, and benefits, and basically over general quality than the other branches. So joining the Air Force over other branches definitely has its good points. Better quality, as I said, all those other benefits. Chances of retiring earlier than 65, 50, more like 40 if you stay in for 20 years. I'm not going to say the Air Force is for everyone because everybody is different and you need to make your own choice, but I'm definitely saying if you're looking for a way to pay for college, serve your country, and get on the great on-the-job training, the Air Force is the way to go. Aim high and go with the Air Force.